Good morning. Happy Monday. Running a few minutes late today, but here we are, and we have a really good message for today, really important message for today, an important public service announcement, let's put it that way, which dovetails, excuse me, good morning Abigail, welcome, you're the first one popping on today. This message dovetails beautifully with some stuff I was reading. Good morning, Joe Neal. Glad you're here. In the book I'm reading, can't even remember the title. Anyway, but the reiteration of the themes, I think, is really important. Kind of like when we're getting tapped on. Hello, 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 are you listening? Are you in there? Hello. That's what's happening. So, let's open up our ears. In fact, just swirl a little bit. Get some energy moving in there. Our intuitive ears, opening them up. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. So, where to begin? I chose the title for today's because we have a card from the Lightseers deck by Chris Ann, and as you know, these are Bringers of the Dawn. Yes, thank you, Jonelle. You're keeping track better of what I'm reading than I keep track. Yes, and I don't remember what chapter I'm on, but the book was written in 1992, or published, copyrighted in 1992. And I'm reading it and I'm going, oh my God, this is exactly where we are. Exactly where we are. And for me, everybody gets to decide for themselves, which is part of what they tell us. Everybody gets to decide for themselves. Pieces of it are a little too far out for me, but I'm not the kind of person who stops reading something or stops talking to somebody because it's different from what I believe, or it's beyond where I can go at this point. So some of this is beyond where I can go at this point, but there's a lot of it that I'm going, wow, yes, oh my God, that fits, blah, 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 blah. So, this card from the Lightseers deck today is kind of what do I want to say? A guide for us with regard to what's happening now and what's going on within us. So, we are... Hang on, I gotta check something. Okay, yes, I'm supposed to share this story. So, God, there's so much stuff. So much stuff. Anyway, first of all, let's start. I'm backing up again. We're just gonna keep backing up until I feel like I've gotten it all. Let's warm up our hands, please. And if you would, let's send some healing energy to Mary Westland's grandson, Bennett, who got a cell transplant from his little sister. Good morning, Carolyn, welcome. And went from 0 white blood cells to 1,200 white blood cells. So making some headway. So let's just send Bennett some love and some healing energy and some faith and trust in his ability to heal and his doctor's ability to take good care of him and help him heal. All good stuff. One more round. Warm them up. Sending the little boy good juju. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, second piece. The story. Got a call yesterday from someone, and she was informing me that someone else I know. Good morning, Angie. Glad you're here. Welcome. Thank you for the sunshine. This is what we need right here, right now. That's the message of this whole thing, is stay in the light. Stay in the light. There's a lot of shadow coming up. There's a lot of shadow being exposed. Epstein. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. Drag the shadow into the light. This is where it's going to curl up and dissipate, right? We have to address this stuff. We can no longer do la 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 la. So the second piece is, got this call from someone I know telling me that someone else I know is in the ICU. And good morning, Nancy. Welcome, welcome. And the reason, I'm gonna cut to the chase here. The reason this person is in the ICU is because of abuse by her adult son. And there are others in the mix. In fact, I'm wanting to give as little information. I don't want to identify people, but I want to give enough information that it has the import that it needs to have. Someone in the mix has died because of the stress that this group of people is under because of the bullying and abuse by this adult male. Many have reached out. Many have tried to assist. Many of us struggle with the line. How far can we lead people, and when must they take a step on their own? It's very painful, very painful. So there's the shadow stuff, and our card today fits with that. So don't worry. That was kind of our title for today. Don't worry when this card seems very dark, because in the narrative part of it is the stuff that's going to bring us into the light. If we're already in the light, stay there. For God's sake, stay there. If you're not in the light, but you can kind of see a glimmer, aim for the glimmer. If you're firmly ensconced in the dark right now, know that the light is available to you. So here is our card. It is the 9 of Swords. You can see all the dark birds up overhead. You can see her distress. You can see the pillow. But off in the corner, you can see some white, and you can see some light. And there's some arcs of light around the birds. So let's see what it has to tell us. And again, these are such little bitty words that sometimes I struggle to read them, but I'll do my best. So first of all, oh, wait. We got to breathe a little bit. We got to tap a little bit. First of all, I think side of hand would be good. Take a breath. Let it go. Take another breath. Let it go. I got to switch to the other side. My yoga training, you need balance. If you do it on one side, you do it on the other. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now I want you to focus on your thymus gland. And that was part of what I was reading in the book. That we're activating a new chakra between 5 and 6, between the heart and the throat, the thymus gland. So let's just tap there. And isn't that interesting? That's where I've been liking to tap for a long time anyway. Wake up, thymus gland. Wake up, wake up. Another breath. Let it go. All right. So the card came out right side up, so we'll read the light seer's side first. But I'm also going to read the shadow seer's side, and you're going to hear these and go, what the hell, they both suck. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to the narrative part, okay? The light seer's side. Nightmares, worry, feelings of depression or anxiety, insomnia. Can't tell you the number of people who've been complaining they're not sleeping right now. Fear. An opportunity to find courage. And you're finding it within. You already have it. It's just finding it, bringing it into the light, and activating it. A time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. What do you want? Focus on that. The safety piece, I'm going to call that out a little bit. That's not your typical kind of safety that we think we create when we go along to get along, and when we try to appease the bullies. That's not true safety. True safety is standing in your power, breathing yourself into the courage, speaking your truth. It may feel like that's unsafe, but bullies are weak. Bullies are weak, and they will back down when faced with enough resistance, opposition. And I know I oftentimes say that what we resist persists, but this version of resistance means focusing on what we do want. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. So if we want everybody to have food, find a way to start handing out food. If we want everybody to have education, find a way to foster education. It can be very directly. Again, part of what I think is going to happen with all of this shit show at the national level is not formally, probably formally also, but more grassroots level taking care of business. We're going to get this stuff taken care of. If you're not going to oversee it and assist, we'll do it. We'll figure out a way. We'll make it happen. And that makes us less reliant on you. Just saying. Okay. So, the shadow seer side. Let me show you. So if the card had come out this way, which it did not, but I want to read it anyway because I think you're going to go, we're seeing this anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Mel, did I say hi? Hello. I'm on a roll here. Sorry. The shadow seer side. Paranoia. Deeply anchored fears. Inability to think clearly. Big explosion with family member. Yes, good for you. Stay in the light. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Speak your truth. Allow things to unfold the way they will. Let the chips fall where they may. Let the dust fall where it may. Okay? Interesting stuff happening right now. My yoga class got canceled for today. She never cancels. Things are going down. Things are jumping off. But it's in, like from the chapter I read in the book last night, it's in service of this upheaval that's breaking up all of the old calcified stuff and opening us up to new beginnings, new ways of being. Is it a hot mess? Yes. Can we weather the hot mess? Yes. Can we support each other in walking through the hot mess? Yes. Link arms, people. Here we go. Okay. Inability to think clearly. Inner turmoil. Negative self-talk affecting self-esteem. Check in with your self-talk. I'm certainly finding lumps of shittiness in there. That has to go. That has to go. So yesterday I spent some time, I was just exhausted. I took a walk, a long walk. It was early in the morning, but it was already in the 80s, and it sucked. So I laid on the bed, blew the air conditioner on me, and did 2 rounds of guided journeying. Very helpful, very helpful. In fact, in the second one, I know I didn't fall asleep, but I was journeying so deeply, I have no awareness of what happened during that 20-minute chunk of time. Hot messes unite. You betcha. We need t-shirts, and they should have flames coming up, don't you think? So the last piece for the shadow seer side of this particular card is an opportunity to actively begin the healing journey. I'm sorry, we're on the healing journey. We've been doing the healing journey. We're well into it. But sometimes we need that little boost to take another step, to put our feet a little further into the hot mess so we can traverse that valley and come out the other side. So here's the part where the Nine of Swords energy is talking to us. Take a breath. Let it go. What's keeping you up at night, sweet seer? This card suggests a time in your life when negative thoughts are gaining momentum, and when you may find yourself expending too much energy worrying about the future. Perception is everything. Perception is everything. One more. Perception is everything. How do you choose to look at this? How do you choose to look at this? Choose wisely. Choose wisely. So don't allow negative self-talk to trip you up. If a pessimistic mindset spirals wildly out of control, it can lead to anxiety, stress, or depression, even when those thoughts carry no truth. Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Will one of you please put that in the feed for us? Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Because we get to choose. We get to choose where we put our attention. We get to choose where we put our energy and our efforts, our resources. Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Flip your perspective and send nurturing, loving thoughts to your situation to overcome any disturbing thoughts. So I did spend some time last night sending love and healing energy to some of the worst offenders that are out there. I also bothered to take the time to take a look at what might be the gifts in this chaos. Not that the perpetrators of the chaos are purposefully creating those gifts, but there's byproducts that can be seen as gifts and can be useful. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We want to be activating the best. We want to be looking beyond the shit show to what comes next. How would I like it to be? And how can I use my energy, time, money, resources, blah, 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 to create that? Even on a small level. Because grassroots efforts have this amazing way of taking off. Let's see. Look to the light in your situation. There you go. There you go. Look to the light. Thank you, Abigail. The more times we post that, the better. Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Put your energy toward activating the light, bringing the light into situations. You might even want to find it could be a candle, it could be a small lamp, something, a lighter, I don't care, something that represents the light. And I'm just going to say, one of those lighters, you know, with the long ends, maybe you just sit there and light the lighter. Look at me lighting the light. Make it tangible. Make it tangible. Look to the light in your situation and notice that even the tiniest window of brightness can keep fear at bay. Use your light to expose the illusions. Oh my God, did any of you see that video of, there must have been, oh my God, I can't even tell you how many people there. But it started out with Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart holding hands and walking forward, and pretty soon there's all these groups of 3 and 4 and 5 major energies in our world right now singing the song together. And the song was about, I'll return. I'll return. You know, you can attempt to snuff out my light, but it ain't gonna work. And not only that, look at all the support there is. I mean, I can't even tell you who all was there. Katie Couric, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, it was just a bazillion people showing solidarity. It was fabulous. Hunt it up. It was worth watching. Use your light to expose the illusions and allow worries to dissipate and soften as your bad dreams are illuminated for what they really are. I see my fears as the illusions that they are. I see my fears as the illusions that they are. Neil Donald Walsh. Fear, false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. When someone hands you a line, hands you rhetoric, hands you bullshit, if they do it with conviction, oftentimes we're like, oh, that must be true. No, it's not true. The chapter I was reading last night was talking about those entities that attempt to manipulate through fear, that attempt to keep everybody in a box through fear and manipulation and sleight of hand. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing over here. Pay attention over here. Yeah. No. We're not going there anymore. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. And we are not willing to be misled. So, take a breath. And as you inhale, I want you to bring in the healing golden light. Yes, look to the light, capital L. Bring in the healing golden light and feel the softening within you. Bring it in. Exhale it through your whole body. Bring it in. Exhale it through your whole body. Feel everything in your body aligning. Feel the roots that ground you to Mother Earth going down deeper and deeper with your exhale. Until you are anchored very strongly, standing in your truth, not frantic, confident, still, quiet, powerful, empowered. That's you. That's you. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. So anytime a fear comes up, doubt comes up, negative self-talk comes up, conflict with others comes up, look to the light and breathe and breathe. So I have pulled out my Heal Your Body book by Louise Hay, a woman so far ahead of her time. And I'm going to look up not only my friend's ailment, but I have a low back issue right now that just on one side, the masculine side, isn't that interesting, that I want to do some writing about today. I'm going to dive into this. It's a shadow. I'm going to dive into this, figure out what it's about, and heal it. And heal it. Absolutely, absolutely. This is an amazing card, and it is spot on our journey. My journey included. My journey included. The chapter last night was just so helpful. And again, I'm going to say it again. You may get the book and read it and go, what the hell is Bonnie thinking? Because it is very out there. But keep reading. Look for your truths. Amidst all of the stuff that doesn't quite fit for you, look for your truths, because wow, just wow. It helps me feel more grounded in the things that are taking place, the things that I abhor, Gaza, etc. Out of that mess, that muck, that mire, that disaster, that suffering, there will be light. There will be light. So, my hope for all of us is stay in the light today. Even if it requires returning. Stay in the light. We can do this together. Link arms, practical rebels, we're connected. Stay in the light. We're capable of far more than we think we are. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.